Smart Sound.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's news report. We'll be exploring the benefits of smaller class sizes.
Smaller class sizes are beneficial because they give students the opportunity to grow and work more efficiently within the classroom.
That's right. We also interviewed some students who all feel that classroom environments would be better if their classes were smaller.
Now let's talk to Joey and find out.
My name is Joey Losardo, and I went around Norwalk High School to interview students and faculty members about what they think about smaller class sizes.
Sir, how do you feel about smaller class sizes?
Wonderful.
Hi, my name is Samantha Burchard. I'm a junior at Norwalk High School. I work better in smaller classes because it gives me more one-on-one time with the teacher.
My name is Brian Malazzi. I'm a junior at Norwalk High School. I work better in smaller classes because, I don't know, I feel like I could talk to the teacher and stay after help, but if it's a big class, then talking to the teacher is harder.
Do you think you excel more in smaller or larger class sizes?
I think probably smaller, because then teachers are able to focus more on individual students.
I would achieve more academic success in a smaller classroom because it's more personal between the teacher and the student if there's less children.
Mr. Devine. I'm Mr. Devine. I'm an Algebra 2 and an intensified algebra teacher. I think there's always some benefit to reducing class sizes. You do have to weigh that against the cost of having additional staff working in the school, but there's definitely a benefit. When there's a smaller class, it's just more time, individual time you can spend with every student, and usually that's some of the most valuable time you can spend.
Hi, my name is Mr. Thornton, and I am a math teacher at Norwalk High School. I think it's beneficial to both the students and teachers if the classes are smaller. It allows for more interaction one-on-one with the students, and it helps just manage the data that you have to go through with their work as well.
Thanks for those interviews, Joey. The website methodschools.org says that some of the benefits of smaller class sizes include more one-on-one time with teachers have an easier time fitting lessons to what every student needs, and kids tend to be more quiet and less disruptive.
Do you prefer a smaller or larger class size, and why?
I think a smaller class would be better because you get a lot more done in class and it's a more personalized experience.
Wonderful.
I would prefer smaller classes because it gives the teachers more of an opportunity to help students, and they can focus on more without having to deal with the distractions of a large class.
The Center for Public Education gathered up a number of studies on smaller class sizes, many of which had similar results. One study called STAR, which stands for Student Teacher Achievement Ratio, was done in Tennessee in the 80s.
My largest class size is 26, and my smallest is 15.
My largest class size is 28. My smallest class size is 13.
Kids are randomly put in either small class sizes averaging around 15 or large class sizes averaging around 22. Teachers were assigned to these classrooms. The students' achievement in the smaller classes saw a great increase. It was about equal to 3 more months of schooling 4 years after the experiment.
In Emerson's piece titled Education, he discusses the importance of how the teacher's job is to help guide the student towards their passion and keep them on track.
With smaller class sizes, teachers get the chance to form stronger bonds with the students and spend more individual time with the kids, therefore making it easier for the teachers to help students.
Somewhat, yes. So I do have classes of varying sizes, and sometimes there's an activity where I can do with a smaller class where I know I can get to every single student and ask every single student a question that I might not be able to do with a bigger class, so I might do groups or something like that to try my best to hit every single student as much as I can. It's just harder the bigger the class gets.
I think it allows for more discussion just because there's not as many kids who can fall through the cracks, so you can get a little deeper in discussion with the smaller class size, just because you want to make sure everybody is speaking. I don't think it changes a lot of activities because the activities I think are based off of how you can separate groups, and groups are really based off of the numbers you have, so that they're easily divisible. It makes those easy to work with.
Another good thing about smaller class sizes, according to the Public School Review, is that more kids are likely to actively participate in class. Some kids may be nervous to talk in front of large groups, so being in a smaller class would make them more comfortable to ask questions and share their opinions.
Now let's go back to Joey and check out some more interviews.
I think they would because it gives them a better opportunity to like say what they mean without being totally embarrassed by a large number of kids in the class.
Yeah, well, because they're less apt to like hide and not talk.
Louis Manan wrote a piece titled The Graduates, and at the end he discusses the purpose of education, which is to expand a student's horizons, but also teach them humility. Based on our previous evidence, these lessons would be better taught in smaller classes because he's talking about major life lessons that need time and attention to develop.
Do you think you get enough attention in the classes you're in now?
I think there are ways like outside of the classroom, like to come for extra help to get more like a personalized experience. But I think if the classes were smaller, you'd get a lot more done in the class itself and wouldn't have to come out.
Wonderful. Do you think you get enough attention in the classes you are in now?
Yeah, I think I do. Like some teachers, they can't answer all the questions and they don't have time for extra help because they have so many things to grade for different classes. So.
Awesome.
The big argument against making classes smaller is budgetary restrictions. To make class sizes smaller, the obvious solution would be to hire more teachers. However, we believe that scheduling could be moved around to accommodate teachers having more classes, which in turn would create smaller class sizes. Many teachers have a lot of free periods during the day, and while they usually use the time to grade papers, those periods could be used as class periods to help separate classes.
Moving teachers' schedules around or having serious talks about budget cuts are not to be taken lightly. It would require a lot of time and effort, and many districts might not be willing to put all that effort in.
Even with all the complications and difficulties, putting in the effort to make smaller class sizes would end up benefiting many students in the long run.
That's a tough question because it involves budget and how much money we have and raising taxes and things like that. I do think, I'm an economist, and so there's always a cost and benefit. I think we're at a pretty good spot right now as far as the student-to-teacher ratio. I think at Noah High, especially looking at competitors, I think we're in a pretty good place. So.
I think it's worth it, but it's a budgetary thing that comes into effect. Trying to have more classes with smaller class sizes means more teachers, so it's something that it just has to be a budget for it. So it's advantageous, but it's also difficult for that reason.
This has been Alicia
and Jolie,
and thank you for listening to and considering our argument.